Oh.
You going out live?
Stream this to your audience.
Wow, I feel like I'm waiting for a Hasbro Live to begin.
This reminds me of the trivia that we played in our Christmas party, our online Christmas party.
This always reminds me of Saved by the Bell. For some reason, you need
It does. Well, yeah, because they counted down to like 15, 20 seconds, and then all answers were locked in.
Yo, I just sent you a TikTok. I don't know if you're able to hear that on here, but if so, I got to give a shout out to my boy Wemby.
I will try.
This is like New Year's Eve.
Hey, I'm Ray Parker. I play Darth Maul, the Phantom Menace, and Solo, a Star Wars story, and G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes, and you're listening to Disney Universe Podcast.
We would be honored if you would join us.
To infinity and beyond!
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse.
There are too many of them. What are we going to do?
Hey, welcome everybody to the final Star Wars Month episode. Took me a month to figure out how to get the intro actually on the live, but we got it. And I'm going to switch. Sorry, Marlena. I'm going to put Alex on top. Got my co-host. But we are here. We're going to do the Mandalorian and Grogu, a spoiler-filled review live, but we couldn't do this without bringing in some friends. So joining us once again are Bobby and Nadia from Galaxy's Edge Explorers. How are you guys doing?
I'm Bobby, and that's the Nadia.
This is Nadia.
Nice.
There were some questions last time, so
there was. And so glad you guys were able to join us once again. And I can't wait to talk about this for you. The Mandalorian and Grogu and Star Wars Month. And also joining us is our good friend Marlena, who's hot off Once Upon a Fine Pop-Up Shop.
Yeah.
How's it going? How are you doing?
Good. Doing very good. Very, very fun day. Spending it with other Disney fans. It was a great experience. Can't wait to do it again. Hoping to have another one soon. So I'll keep you all updated on the next one.
Nice. And real quick, Tyler, good friend of the show, is late to the party, but seeing the movie tonight at 7:35. So you can't listen. You got to watch because we are on YouTube only.
Yeah.
But
yes.
Enjoy the movie.
You could listen if he doesn't want to look at us. He can just put it on YouTube and burn his eyes.
But why wouldn't Tyler want to listen? Look at us. These beautiful punums over here. So, how you doing, Alex?
I'm fabulous, man. I just pulled into the house from another busy Saturday at Buco. People are still loving Taste of the Galaxy releases. So at time of recording, this is your last chance to try the Grogu, the dark blue milk, is almost gone as well. No more cans, but it's on tap. So get there, try it out. And for those of you who are coming out to Star Wars Celebration Los Angeles next year, look forward to me doing my best to bring as much of this to you guys down there as possible. We need the whole Star Wars community on that dark blue milk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Jen from Florida saw the movie. Let us know what you think of it once we get to the review. We'd love to hear your. Ooh, so beautiful. Wait, keep going, keep going.
Oh,
Nice.
It's so
I'll be hitting you up at
beautiful.
Celebration.
That's 70 proof.
What?
We'll be taking orders.
So I guess we could throw this out, since it'll happen before next year's Star Wars Star Wars month. But we're trying to plan a little brewery Star Wars fan get together during celebration next April. We did it in 22 at Rad Beer Co. in Anaheim. Had a fun bottle share with our friend Kimberly from the UK, and had a lot of fun. So we're planning on doing that again. Plus Alex making his first celebration. That'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
But let's normally in the regular podcast, I think we would do some housekeeping, but I think we'll get straight to the discussion. And
is anybody else getting an echo?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the matter?
Echo.
Oh.
They're getting feedback.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on.
I think.
How's that? How's
that?
Let
me do my test again.
Okay,
Howdy.
No echo now. We're good.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
No echo. I just want to make sure it wasn't me. I have a microphone plugged in that I don't even think is working, but I don't hear it now.
I can hardly hear him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can hardly hear you. So.
I think it's our system that's doing the echo.
Oh, okay. Well, we should be fine, I think. So that seems to be okay. But you can hear us okay, though?
I'm doing my own little brand of mouse.
Yeah, we can hear you fine. Jen, Joe, do you still hear an echo?
Oh, that was before. So
we got.
But
all right.
I think
we're the troublemakers.
You guys, jeez.
Yeah.
This is why you can have nice things. I'm just kidding.
I got what I got. That's We're not fixing that today.
Oh no, we're all good now. So, but before we get to the Mandalorian and Grogu review, I figure we'd ask everybody what some of their favorite things they did during the Star Wars month, and we'll start with Bobby Nutt. What were some of the favorite things you guys done throughout the last month?
What were some of the favorite things for this last month that you went through?
I really had a lot of fun May the 4th at Disneyland, just because it's just like there's so many people there. There's so much stuff going on. There's like people that everybody's dressed up. It's like, really everybody's in the spirit of things. And I think it was a really fun way to kick off Star Wars month. So my favorite thing was that between that and then seeing Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Nice.
That's an insight into her review of it, I guess. So,
tease.
Guess she must have liked it. I guess.
Yeah. What about you? What was your favorite thing of Star Wars month?
I think it was community. I think it really was. It was being able to meet with so many like-minded individuals, but also it felt a little bit on the 4th like a nerd prom. Because everybody that was your line. I stole it because you never said it. So say it next time.
It's nerd prom.
It's nerd prom because everyone's dressed up in their very best and walking around. And can I get a photo with you? And my prom was in 1989. So
I never went to mine.
You never went to yours. You were in juvie at that point. So, but yeah, I think just the community running into fellow internet folks that you don't usually get to interact with except on Life Day.
Oh yeah,
and so it was nice to be able to see people outside of that window.
Nice. What about you, Marlena?
I would just like to piggyback. Spending May the 4th at Disneyland, I encourage every Star Wars fan to do that at least once. I got to do it. I don't think it was last year, maybe the year before last. And I want to spend every May the 4th like that. So super jealous. You guys got to do that. It's an awesome experience. But for me, it was really seeing Mandalorian and Grogu in theaters. I went and saw it's a tradition with to go see Star Wars movies as a family, mom, dad, and my 2 younger sisters. And there was just a moment where, like, kind of maybe towards midway of the movie, I can like feel myself getting emotional because I'm like, it's been 7 years since we've been able to sit in a theater as a family watching a Star Wars movie. And loved every second of it. I don't know. I just got it kind of like overwhelmed with it. Like, I'm so happy we're experiencing this again, all together. That was for sure, I think, my favorite part of this month.
Nice, awesome. What about you, Alex?
Well, I got to give a shout out to a brewery in a galaxy far, far away. That is Burning Barrel. We had a blast with our Taste of the Galaxy release. That's always good. Meeting all the fellow Star Wars fans and craft beer fans was awesome, and look forward to piggybacking on that with our Pop Wars down at Star Wars Celebration next year. But yeah, I guess good, bad, but for what Marlena's saying, going to see Star Wars with family, while we only got to see half of it, as the power went out at the theater on Tuesday. I got to give a shout out and a warning to Mom, Dad, Marla, cousin Sarah and Owen, Jim, Alyssa, and Holden. I believe that is all who is with us who have not seen the full movie before. We will be spoiling it here. So if you're watching now, first of all, I love you. But second of all, stop. Come back. Watch it again after you've got to see the whole movie.
Because you don't want to find out that Grogu dies. You don't want to find that out. You want to see it.
Yeah.
I think Joe and I offered to get up and describe what was happening on the screen to people when the projection went out. We're like, the audio's still going, so Joe and I can act out what's happening on screen. You be Embo, I'll be all the Anzillans, But it was just a blast getting to the theater, and of course we all have rain checks, so we can go and see it multiple more times now.
Yeah, I'm actually, with my mom being out of town, I'm taking my dad on Monday because it's his day off. So after work, before we record, get Glimmers of the Galaxy. For me, it started at the beginning of the month, but the finale of Maul was super awesome. I wish that would have been on the big screen. But that was super cool. But annual Jungle Bird, it's our tiki bar here. They was do a Star Wars pop up, so that was pretty. I squeezed in real quick, but was able to get my Yoda Geeky Tiki mug. But yeah, Mando on the big screen again, and like Bobby said, community. Yeah, it's been a really fun community based month. I think that's why, not just Star Wars, but that's why Star Wars Month is my favorite, because we kind of connect with new community people and friends, and start planning stuff out for future, which we'll be talking about later on. But
oh, we lost Alex. He's not interested anymore. Okay. You said community, and he was out. Oh, he's back.
He's back. No, now he can't hear you.
Oh yeah.
Nope. Nope.
No. La 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 la.
Yes.
La 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 la.
Yes.
La 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 la. That one's for many Ripperton fans. Let's go. Well, it's not me. The echo's not me.
Oh no, yeah. We've already figured that out. Yes. You could tell who spent the morning at a brewery today. But let's jump in to what we all came here for. It is the return of Star Wars on the big screen.
Oh, no, hold on. Can you play that little video first?
Oh yeah. So as I cue it up, kind of tell me what I'm going to be sharing.
Yeah, this is just a blessing. Obviously, if you are not watching this live, we will know the results. But there is a Game 7 going on in the Western Conference Finals of the NBA. And I want to give a shout out to Victor Wembanyama. He is, if you don't know, a huge Star Wars fan, and I want him to win. I'm sure most of America wants him to win, because if you watch basketball, you know the Oklahoma City Thunder keep flopping. So just think of them as the evil Thunder of Palpatine. Victor Wembanyama is the tallest Jedi ever, even above, what's my guy with the head's name? Shoot. Well, whatever. Play the clip so we can see the breadth of Victor Wembanyama's Star Wars knowledge. This is his Star Wars starting five.
Here we go.
On your Star Wars starting five.
Oh, from basketball? We gotta say like force. The use of the force is prohibited. No cheating, but I gotta go with Chewbacca, center. I'm going with Yoda at point guard. Then shooting guard, I gotta go with Han Solo. At the 3, I'm gonna go with Obi-Wan, and at the 4, Anakin.
Wow.
No Luke Skywalker. Whoa.
Short.
Yeah, it's too short for it. Not true.
But Yoda knows how to use the Force. Luke is a, what do you call a kid who comes from a celebrity?
Nepo baby.
Nepo
He's
baby.
just a Nepo baby. Poor Luke.
This just in, Luke Skywalker, Nepo baby.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So, we return to the big screen, Mandalorian and Grogu, directed by and written by Jon Favreau. Dave Filoni was a co-writer. And basically, we get the Mando coming back out of his rest on Navarro that ended at season 3. But after he talked with what's his name? The pilot.
Bubba.
Who?
From Kim's
the
Convenience.
pilot. What's his name on the show for
oh my gosh.
Kim's Convenience?
Oh, Appa, Angry Appa.
Angry Appa, that's what we know him on Instagram.
Yes.
Yes.
Captain Carlin?
Oh, it'll come back to me. I should
Caveman?
the ultimate Star
those.
Wars actor fan. But he pretty much sets up Mando as a private Republic bounty hunter. So the movie starts off. I'm just doing a quick synopsis of the movie before we talk about it.
Carson Teva?
Carson Teva, there you go.
Yeah.
We pulled the Carson Teva blind bag when we were at the movie theater.
Oh, perfect.
Hang on. I'll be back. I have to get something.
You're on microphone still.
So Mando pretty much is doing jobs for the Republic, catching Imperial remnants and officers, trying to do little mob boss stuff, and then sets it up to basically the next mission is to rescue Rada the Hutt, the son of Jabba, where we first met in Clone Wars, the animated movie, and then after he gets him, Stinky, yes. I like the little Stinky reference that they showed in the movie. And we'll kind of talk when we talk about that. But then after he rescues him, he doesn't turn him in, kind of lets him free, then gets backstabbed by the twins, and Embo chases and captures Mando. And then Grogu has his whole little scene stealing moments and rescues Din and protects him. And then they get revenge on the twins. So, boom. Oh, do we?
Uh-oh.
So, but basically, before we get to some of our favorite things and characters and missions, what did everybody think of the movie? Starting with guests again first. Marlena, what'd you think?
I loved it. I love Mandalorian and Grogu, and I know that internet kind of has criticisms, about certain seasons. I think season 3, you'll hear, but I love all 3 seasons. I really, really love the Mandalorian and Grogu, and I've been a Star Wars fan for as long as I can remember, but I don't know, that just really revitalized my love. So for Star Wars, when the Mandalorian show came out, so I was all in for a movie. I was really,
Yeah.
really excited. I kind of got exactly what I expected, and I don't mean this in a negative way at all. But I see a lot of other people kind of say the same thing, as to where it kind of just seemed like maybe 3 long episodes of the show. It definitely felt like that. The movie literally felt like it could have been 3 separate episodes on its own. And I don't mind that at all. I loved it. Grogu, Van Zellens were my favorite part. Um, Seeing Imbo in action just reminded me of how cool he was in Clone Wars and his, Clone Wars appearances. He was a really, really tough bounty hunter to kind of beat. He's very formidable. So it was really cool seeing him in live action. If I had to score it out of 10, I'd probably honestly give it about a 8, maybe 8.5 out of 10. But it was a good time. It's a really fun watch. I was telling a coworker who's not into Star Wars at all. She, was gonna go see it, but she said she decided to see something else instead because she wasn't sure if she'd follow along. And I told her, like, you would have been fine. I think it's a perfect, movies where you haven't watched Mandalorian and Grogu or really any Star Wars. You don't really have to do your homework. You can follow along just as fine. It's a really fun, good watch. So I loved it.
Nice. Nadia, Bobby, what did you guys think?
I mean, I loved it too. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it had a lot of heart to it. Definitely my favorite part of it was Rod of the Hutt's storyline. Like, I did not expect for him to be such a likable character. I mean, like, based on like what we saw from the previews and stuff, which was just that arena fight, and kind of had an idea that him and Mando maybe were going to team up, but not really. But the fact that what I really loved, I think the most, was Grogu and Rada's relationship for a couple of reasons. One, because it was just so wholesome. And 2, Hutts and Grogu's species have kind of the same length of lifespan. So this is finally somebody in Grogu's life that he'll be able to know for his life, because the Hutts lived to be about like 700-800. Yoda was 900 when he died.
Yeah. But he took pills, though. He worked out.
Luke bored him to death.
Yes.
But
rest. I need rest.
But it was just a lot of fun. It was like just going to the movie theater and just having a good time. I didn't have a lot of expectation. I knew it wasn't going to be like a Rogue One type story. I knew that it wasn't going to be serious, which was fine. It's like I had very low expectations, considering that I loved the Mandalorian show as well, that it was being, put on by the same people that did the show. I knew that it was going to be great. So it was a really fun ride. I really enjoyed it. And I want to see now that Rod of the Hutt is in the New Republic, that, like, come on, Ahsoka season 2, can we get a reunion?
Of Stinky and Ahsoka.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
He doesn't fit in the backpack anymore.
No.
Nope.
And
but,
before,
no, I found the film. Oh, here we go. We had a go ahead and bring that.
oh yeah, I
back
was just
up.
going to read that
Go
Jen's
right in.
comment real
I
quick.
think the movie could stand alone without knowing anything about Star Wars.
Can you read the rest of it, Joe?
Good point.
That was it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He was hanging, Jen.
I found the film very world building in the fact that we got to go to so many different places. We've heard about the Hutts and the Hutts cartel for a while, and being able to go to a live action Nalhata. Do you remember the name of the other planet that they first visited? It's called the Blade Runner planet. Shakari. Shakari, which sounds like Shakari, which was the terrible planet in Star Trek V that God lived on, that they went to. And the reason I remember its name, Shakari, is that they were trying to get Sean Connery to play the role of the antagonist. So they even named the planet after him. So the minute we hear in the theater, they go, "We're going to Shikari." We're like, Shakari? So we had a moment there with it, going strange crossovers. The film was not Endor, and it wasn't trying to be Andor. Andor?
And not
Andor.
It also wasn't Endor.
It wasn't Andor, and it wasn't Andor. It was somewhere in between.
Yes.
It was another consonant. It was nice to get the break. You know, we get Andor season 1, but then here's the Skeleton Crew, where it's not, the world is not being threatened. The universe is not going to be overthrown. But then suddenly we can go ahead and shift back into, well, here's Andor season 2, and then we can go back into this. Hey, let's look at some slugs and space frogs and knights, running around having this grand adventure. And that's where I think also, as Jen Joe said, that the movie could stand on its own. I think somebody could go in, watch that, have a good idea of what's going on, and it might actually act as a great gateway to start introducing people into the Star Wars community, if so interested, because the stakes didn't have to be that high. Right.
Although the only thing, I could argue with a little bit about not knowing anything about Star Wars, and simply because I saw a reel today of a woman that had no clue about Star Wars, none of it, never seen a Star Wars, and just went to the movie, and she's like, I don't understand why this baby's in all these dangerous situations and why he's just fighting with everybody. She's like, you can tell that the guy loves the baby, but why is the baby in, fighting everybody? It was pretty funny to see, like,
why does he bring this baby to all these fights?
Yes.
The baby's 55 now.
Yeah. But to her, it was a baby. But that was just somebody's hot take. And so,
It's true. It's true.
That
I
is
mean,
funny.
even at his age, I'm still wondering. Like, I was thinking to myself, why is he still bringing Grogu into all these dangerous, situations? I know he's capable, but still.
Well, technically, Grogu is older than Mando,
no, that's
so
crazy.
it's like he has to buy Mando beer.
Yeah.
He's got to rent. He's got to rent a car for him. Because of
Shikari.
the age difference on it there. So.
Very true. Very true.
Yes.
Yes.
What about you, Alex? What do you think when the first time you saw it?
To what Bobby was saying and Nadia about Shikari, when that first happened, the first thing I thought of is there used to be a band called Inter Shikari. They may still even exist. So I was thinking, and I think the score is just called Shikari, but I thought it would have been really funny if the score piece was called Inter Shikari. And it made me want to go back and listen to that band. I don't know if there was any influence there, but that would be a really weird crossover. I enjoyed the movie. I hesitate to say I loved it, but I really enjoyed it. I've gone to see it 2 times, saw it 1.5 times, and look forward to seeing it at least 1, if not 2 more times. I tell everyone, if you're going for a movie with, dialogue and writing like Andor, this is not it. This is not going to win any Academy Awards, maybe in special effects or costuming. But aside from that, if you love being in a galaxy far, far away and you want to have fun on the big screen, this is the movie. And I hope there will be a movie that's bigger this summer, because that means there will just be another amazing movie in theaters to check out. But I doubt it. I think this is going to be the movie of the summer. And Mando and Grogu, sure, past reference is going to help, but like everyone said, you don't need it. I don't know if we want to get already talking about favorite parts. I love everything everybody said already, but I guess I just thought of it. Everybody mentioned all the different things and aspects. The moment when Mando is saved by Grogu and the Manzillans, and he's like, "We got a ship," and it's like, "Oh, cool!" And the way you can read Mando's face through the helmet of his disappointment, seeing that ship is this big, it was great. I loved it. I many times in my first screening where I was the only one laughing automatically.
Yeah,
but in the end, the Anzellans really saved the day.
Oh, totally. Yeah. But could you imagine coming from where he was and being saved by your child who you thought was not capable? There's no way. What was his reaction when he showed up? He's like, "What are you doing here?" But something else. It should have been a dank ferret for sure.
Yeah.
We did get a dank ferret though. I don't think that was where.
Well, I think to keep the film PG, they had to limit themselves to
you only get one dank ferret. Yes,
they had, and they had to choose when it was going to show. So,
that's a great point. You only get one dank ferret. We need that officially on a T-shirt.
Yeah, to keep it PG-13.
Yeah.
Either dank. Well, we actually got a dank ferret and a poodoo.
Yeah.
Did we get a poodoo? Or was that on a review? I can't remember.
And a Day-Wana-Wanga?
Day-Wana-Wanga.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Yeah.
So
they could have hit us with a yub nub and we would have done.
No, I loved it. Kind of saying what like Nadia said. It's not that I didn't have high expectations, but I felt like I knew that they knew what it needed to be, and it wasn't like the Star Wars savior of movies. It was just supposed to be a nice popcorn, enjoyable flick. And so, and that's exactly what it was. But I enjoyed and liked Rada the Hutt more than I was expecting. Because I'm like, oh, this guy's kind of big to put in just like some little half-assed role, but he was huge, and I mean literally huge. But kept going, and the first thing I thought of when he goes off with Zeb and stuff at the end, I'm like, oh yeah, Ahsoka and Rada reunion, because Filoni already said at the last celebration that Zeb is coming back for Ahsoka too. So,
our Lord and Savior.
Yeah,
Trapper Wolf.
Trapper Wolf. Does he come with a hat?
Does
he not wear the cowboy hat in
looking
Universe?
for 1/12 scale.
Does he not wear a cowboy hat in Universe? Am I tripping?
No, in fact, not only does he wear one, it looks like they had one custom made for him. So it was in Universe, and he is wearing that in his personal life now. So he's dressing up as a Star Wars character full time.
He is Trapper Wolf.
He is Trapper Wolf. Yes. And that was the perfect thing, because I loved seeing the directors come back in their cameos from the pilots. But then they also added Doug Chang as a pilot and Lee Isaac Chung as a pilot too.
Yes.
So that was a nice little
I'm like,
throwback.
It definitely was cool seeing it about. I mean, it doesn't just have to be opening night, but I saw it twice, and out of each viewing, the first opening night was the one where people actually recognized, who those table full of people were. So that was really cool.
Yeah, exactly. Then literally the only complaint that I had, which this is so not even a big complaint, but because The music was amazing. Ludwig kicked ass in this on the score. But the only thing I was like, was when the Anzellans showed up and then the fleet showed up behind them. I just thought they should have had just a little bit of real quick, like in Solo, when Chewie sits down in the Falcon for the first time after hitting the switches, and Kira's like, "Chewie, sit down," and he sits down, and you hear the fanfare. So that was only a nitpick. Other than that, I mean,
I was hoping we would get the nitpicks and gripes out of the way early, but I'd love to go around and talk about that now.
that was mine.
Anybody?
So there were two things that he did this twice, and I didn't like it either time that he did that. But I forgot when the first time was.
First time was when the Anzellans show up.
Oh, right. And Grogu runs and tries to get to the Anzellans. And then the second time was when Rada and Grogu first met with the feeding incident, and Grogu got excited and, ran to Rada. Well, Mando said heel, like he was a dog. And I was like, he is not your pet.
He said it twice. I think he says it twice in the movie.
Yeah, and I was just like, I was really bothered by that because
what is this, season 1?
No, this was in the movie.
Well, yeah, but it's
no, but that's when he first came about Grogu.
Oh,
he might have said something like that, but at this point, that's crazy.
He just climbed up a pipe to get him inside the jail.
It's like heel.
Come on.
See, I got to play with my soundboard right now. There's my Rada the Hutt impression.
Can I feed him? Can I feed the little guy? I will. I'm not like my father.
Are we gonna have Rada the Hutt on the show all the time?
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Disney universe. This is Rada the Hutt.
Well, no, as long as you're here, I'm going to tell you exactly what bothered me, and maybe you can explain why it happened, okay?
Good shot, baby.
No, I got to talk straight to Rada on this one.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, hit me.
All right, Rada. Well, I don't feel that there had been precedence in the Star Wars universe of this, but it bugged me when twice you referred to yourself as a man. You said you'd be a dead man, and I think there was another time you said you'd be a dead man, and I thought that was kind of weird. Why did you say you were a dead man?
Well, that's for the old school fans. With the original Jabba the Hutt was a really big man, and then Han Solo says, "Jabba, you're a great human being."
And back
Good
then,
save.
I was probably saying the same thing.
Yes.
Good save.
Well, I appreciate you for coming on the show, and I can't wait to see more of your bromance with Grogu.
Me too. And you could go to Galaxy's Edge and get me in a photo pass thingy.
What?
The magic shot.
Magic shot.
Yep.
Rada magic shot?
Yep. I think
can't wait to imagine
Joey's
Rada
reaching for one.
this new
Fabio's
Republic gear.
reaching for one.
I just dropped my
But
keyboard.
yeah, they made a series of magic shots available. The Anzellans. There's some of Grogu with the blue cookies, and there's one where.
Oh yeah. Here it is.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Keep it up real quick.
I wonder if they could let you like try and pose like you're leaning on him. That would be great.
They get very picky about like positions and such that you take around some of these.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't want you to be making a meme of it that they don't want to be happening.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like leaning back, like buddy cop thing, you know?
No,
I'm getting too old for
leaned on a stormtrooper in person for once, and what's that? The
That's
Anzellans.
the Anzellans. Let's see if I can just zoom in a little bit more.
Hey!
There we go.
Oh my goodness.
So there they are, and then that's the shot.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that is so cool.
And there's Grogu ones. There's 2 Grogu ones too. So there's 4 in total.
Wow. Well, I hope I make it there before those are gone. I'm hoping they'll be there through the cool kid summer.
They should.
Hopefully.
Marlena, did you have any things that you didn't enjoy as much in the movie? I got one more, but I want you to go first so I don't take it.
Just like kind of nitpicking. Yeah, there was one thing I thought was kind of strange, and I thought that was the fact that when Mando was trying to rescue Rada, and he calls for the guards, like he's back again, and then they release that gas that knocks Mando out. But I thought it was like I think it was season 3. It doesn't matter. I'm for sure no, because I just rewatched season 3 recent, so that's why I think it's in season 3. But I thought that he was able to kind of like, and please correct me, but I thought he was able to kind of like pressurize his helmet to like keep things from like kind of coming in. So I was like, I'm kind of confused as to I mean, for the sake of the story, I thought that's kind of how the armor worked. It was, he's able to go in water with the helmet and, keep poisonous gas. You know what episode I think it was? Is when he goes back to Mandalore and he's trying to test the atmosphere in R5. He has to go find R5.
Yeah.
He pressurizes that helmet because they don't know if the air is poisoned. So,
And even Bo-Katan was underwater with her helmet, or vice versa. Or when she take it off, you'd hear that like Vader.
Yes. So I'm like, wait, why is he getting passed out? Or being able to not, I don't know. Maybe it was like a timing thing too quick. I don't know.
No, it's a special type of armor that he has. It's called plot armor.
Yeah.
So it turns on and off when needed.
Yes,
absolutely. Going back to Star Trek, it's like, oh, we could solve this if we just use the transporters. No, the transporters are down. Yeah. Okay, I guess we got to find a way out of this. That would have been this real convenient timing. So
yeah,
plot armor,
definitely plot armor for sure. And
that is awesome.
Stronger than Beskar.
Yeah.
Real quick, I wanted to show off this art piece from one of my favorite artists. He did a little Rada aerial mashup on his Instagram. Brian Kissinger.
Yes.
Love him.
Rada your world. Great caption.
What would I give to be where you are?
That's enough of that. So.
and little Grogu peeking around the corner there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Making sure he's not alone. He's with his future lifelong pal.
Exactly. Comic books for years to come. Animated series, bosom buddies. Rada
I would
Grogu
totally
edition.
love to see a Rada and Grogu series, though, like a spinoff.
I would like to see a Zeb and Rada. We're glazing over Zeb in live action glory, being a pilot of a U-wing, which was my favorite.
We have
ship
not
from
got
Rogue One.
the chance to glaze over Zeb yet.
Yes.
we are going to. But before I get to the glazing, I got to pick out my other nitpick, which will probably get us back to the good things. The return of the Razor Crest and how it happened. Hey, well, guess what? I got something for you out here. Like, I guess there didn't need to be like a mission or a rebuild or something, but damn if that wasn't the most like, here you go. Sorry we took this away from you moment.
Yeah.
But I love the Razor Crest back. I have the new big Lego Razor Crest and the little bitty Lego Razor Crest. Both together. But yeah, that I thought was a very okay. I'm here for the Razor Crest, so I'm not going to be mad at that. But we could have done better.
I loved how the Anzellans rolled up to help him like trick it out,
Yes.
mod it.
Yes.
That was pretty great.
Can we get a spin-off sketch of the Anzellans hosting an episode of Pimp My Ride?
I'd tune in.
When I saw the Razor Crest in the trailer, I immediately was thinking, going, oh well, that's big enough to carry a hut, so they're going to be taking Rada with them somewhere.
True.
which it was kind of curious that Colonel Weaver was just like, oh well, he flies a starfighter, and Rada may not fit in a U-wing, so I better go find this guy who's going to do this really, really tough mission. I better find him an old version of his ship.
Yeah.
So he'll go do this mission, and it will fit Rada.
Yeah,
So,
I guess
very
that
convenient.
Makes a lot more sense. They're like, hey, by the way, you're going to need this because you got to pick up this big bounty. Like, big
Literally.
bounty.
Yeah.
Yes.
And let him hang in a hammock for a while.
That was
Yeah,
so
that was
comfy.
that was so sad. I mean, that just
was
looked
sad. It was.
That's the action figure I want.
How about
Hammock
Rada
Rada.
and Grogu learning at the same time that neither of them know how to fly?
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was such a
Yeah.
good moment. Yeah.
Waking
Neither
up
of
in
us
the
know how to
nap.
fly this thing.
Yeah.
And I love that moment where they're waiting in the ship, and Grogu's asleep on top of Rada, and Rada's
Yes.
sleeping, and they're just both snoozing away. I thought that was so cute.
Forgot about that moment until now. Yeah.
It's very cute.
Or playing on the beach.
Cute
I
moment.
mean, like,
Oh, that was the best.
It reminded me of Project Hail Mary.
oh
Because at the end we got Rocky, spoilers, we got Rocky rolling through the waves just the same as we had Rada rolling through the waves.
yeah,
And it was just like, hold it, did they shoot it? They may have shot it at the same beach, I don't know, but it might have just been opposite of each other. Who knows? Good
yeah.
time.
That was the bromance I was not expecting, but
I know.
and Alex, I think you might know this, but like, I've never been a big Grogu fan. I know that's sacrilege to say. I was drawn by to the Mandalorian because of Mandalorians, and I love the reveal of Grogu when we first met him. But the way he blew up, like on an else, I was like, oh my gosh! But this movie won me over on Grogu. I'll admit that.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fine. I'm not there for Grogu. I'm there for the show as a whole, being in a galaxy far, far away. But I definitely know what you're saying about Grogu being the rock star of it, the Stitch, the Anna and Elsa, the whatever. And I loved one of my favorite parts of this movie is the puppetry of Grogu and the stop motion of the Anzellans. I believe there's at least one sequence that is fully stop motion. But it had me feeling all Return of the Jedi. The Muppet fan in me was very happy. There were many points in that first mission that Grogu and Mandalorian were on to open the movie where I was just audibly giggling at him moving. The part where he's hiding behind the bombs or the ammo just so Mando can come up and steal the ATST and shoot the guy. That was great. Oh, man.
The puppetry was definitely on point.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And it was great how they weren't afraid to use the puppetry. They weren't afraid to use the rod puppets and go to some of these old school, Henson creature shop type techniques.
Yes.
Even saw behind the scenes of some of the Anzellan and how they had tracks cut into the set.
Mm-hmm.
So a rod operator is under there being able to do their feet at the same time. So, yeah, and Alex has a point.
Well, no, and you have a point, and that's what I'm just going to say. To any of you out there, if you're watching this, you're probably not someone who is hating on the Mandalorian and Grogu or didn't like or go see the movie. And I'm not going to change your mind if you didn't like it. That's there. But if you're staying away from it because you're not about new Disney Star Wars, this is the stuff, the puppetry, the stop motion, and that kind of homage and the courage to do that stuff that they did almost 50 years ago or 45 years ago is what keeps Star Wars. And you're missing that if you don't go see this movie. So don't cheat yourself out of that. That was really cool.
Yeah, because I mean they definitely had some very cool.
Yeah. Trick people. Tell them it's a Dark Crystal 2 or something like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Devil Wears Prada.
It's definitely not that, but
No.
it's Mandalorian and Grogu 1, and I hope we have another one for sure.
Yeah, because with the puppetry, like it was amazing, and they obviously, had the computer animated or computer CGI figures. Because I love seeing the real life Dejeric characters that we've seen in hologram and claymation form, and even the Return of the Jedi, Jabba's palace peg warmers were kind of scary as hell in this film. So I can't wait to see the behind the scenes. I mean, this is why I love Blu-rays and physical media, because you get that kind of stuff, and hopefully we'll get a little release once this comes out before Disney Plus.
I have a question
Might have an answer.
for everybody, and for a movie that was begat by a series that was wildly popular, and this is why it's a movie. And it's also been embattled for choices it's made, like having huge parts of the plot be in a whole other show with the Book of Boba Fett. Can this go back to being just the Mandalorian, or is it now the Mandalorian and Grogu going forward? I don't think it can just be the Mandalorian anymore, but I think it would be really weird for them to change season 4 to being titled The Mandalorian and Grogu. What do you guys think about that?
I thought about that. I honestly did. I think after the second time I watched it, I was curious. I'm like, does this mean that from going forward, it's the Mandalorian and Grogu? But then I was also curious as to, I don't know, kind of like, weighing like, well, if they do that, then wouldn't people get confused as to the movie versus the show? Like, how are they going to differentiate, for people who are maybe not familiar? But I don't know. But I'm glad you asked that, because I honestly have the same question too. Is it Mandalorian and Grogu from now on, or if we get a season 4, is it back to the Mandalorian? And it would kind of feel weird, right? I mean, because Grogu's like, this big part now.
Or if they do it for season 4, would be like the Mandalorians, plural. And there's a huge thing that you have to bring back Din and Boba and Bo-Katan and all that. And I would be down for that, because I love season 3 just because of following Bo-Katan since Clone Wars. I don't care that season 3 kind of turned into her story, because I was all for it. So
and there's always the possibility. Everyone's going to keep cutting you off. There's always the possibility, and this kind of changed it for the film. Who was the Mandalorian? Was it Din? Was it Bo? Was it going to be Grogu? And now they turned around and said, "Hey, the Mandalorian and Grogu." It's like, darn it, that's he can't be the Mandalorian. But potentially the show could have gone on forever and kept switching focus to different Mandalorians as we went along. And that's one of the things that Pedro appealed to him about the show, is that this could go on forever. Just keep putting people in the suit, and he'll just keep going into the booth and sound old as heck, but he'll be able to keep doing it. But I interrupt Nadia. Nadia, what do you have to say?
I lost it. I lost it. No, I think it depends on like where the storylines are going to be. Like, is it going to be like, are we going to have Bo-Katan involved as heavily, or is it going to be more Grogu focused? It really depends on where they go story wise and character wise, and if Boba Fett comes back, and
Can the show survive a name change?
Yeah.
I don't think that would be the problem to it there. I don't think there would be a sudden brand issue to it. If the Winter Soldier and what was the name of that TV series?
Oh, the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
At the very end of that, spoilers, they go Captain America and the Winter Soldier, just to go ahead and show you, hey, this is the name for it for season 2. Wait, you didn't like it? Okay, well, then we'll just end it here. And I think that, the show could survive a definite name change. Marketing wise, it would be a great way to sort of even refresh it. So there are
Yeah.
people who didn't like season 3. We don't like those people, but there were people who didn't like season 3 that may have checked out of the show. And this is an opportunity to go, hey, we're going back. He's doing these tasks for the New Republic. Jon Favreau's has had season 4 written for a while.
Yeah.
So he knows exactly what he wants to do with it.
Well, I feel like The Mandalorian and Grogu was really aimed at not children, but like older kids, you know. It's like they're hooking in that younger audience and getting them into the Star Wars world for, you know, their preteens. Yes, it's their introductory drug. And you know, a lot of that appeal is Grogu to these kids. These kids freaking go nuts for Grogu. And I think that you know, moving forward, I think that because it's like we only had the one Dang Ferric, you know, there wasn't. I mean, there was a lot of killing in the movie, which, you know, I mean,
but a lot of it
no
is
blood.
a lot of it is, oh, it's an armored character, so there's no blood splurting out, or it's a creature that's CG.
But like, I think this was definitely aimed at like preteens and tweens and up, and they're just trying to get that future audience in for more episodes of The Mandalorian and, you know, Ahsoka and whatever other, you know, properties they come up with. So that, I just think it was, you know, especially if you look at all the marketing and the toys and stuff, definitely kids.
Yeah.
Because only tweens go to Burger King.
Oh, dude, I ate at Burger King more the last month than I have in the last
too.
I know we were talking last time about the fried chips, the pickle chips.
The pickles.
Oh, the pickles, those fried pickles. Oh,
we haven't had dinner yet.
But I think, I mean, this movie was kind of forced because, you know, we had the 3 announcements with the 3 different movies that got a less than stellar reception from people. And so then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they're like, oh, we got a Mandalorian Grogu movie coming out, you know. But I think it was Lucasfilm's play at getting people excited for Star Wars on the big screen again. That might have been burned out. I mean, I'm not really, you know, we like the sequel trilogy. I know people don't, but whatever. But is the most popular show. And on my other podcast, we say like how cool it would be to see episodes of The Mandalorian on the big screen, and then Alex and Marlena saw Ahsoka on the big screen, that Chapter 5, the World Between World episode, and I can imagine what that was. So it's like we finally got Mandalorian on the big screen, and people are bitching I don't get it. I think it's to get people even more excited for Starfighter next year too, saying like, see, these fun movies are coming back to the big screen.
Is that
and
come
that's
out
got Ryan Gosling? Oh,
Yeah.
what was that?
It's in May of next year. I was wondering if it came out after Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, it's stated for May. I think the same weekend.
Yeah.
I thought it was December. I kind of hate that December release date, but to be honest, I feel like Star Wars belongs in May. That's just me.
To go
But
back,
I don't think it's going to be that serious though, because it's got Ryan Gosling in it, and if you guys saw Project Hail Mary, which was, you know, that's
brilliant.
like in my top 5 of all favorite movies of all time. He's a great actor. He's a great comedic actor. So I think that this, you know, the Starfighter movie will probably not be like Andor level seriousness.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a little bit light and fluffy in at least some.
And Sean Levy did Deadpool, you know?
Yeah,
Deadpool.
Too. I think the combo of the director and Ryan, I think it's going to be kind of the comedic.
I just hope Ryan dances. That's really what I want to see. We haven't had a good Star Wars dance scene since Ula.
I want to see him scream. I want to hear the Ryan Gosling scream.
Didn't we get a canceled Star Wars movie by the director who did Wonder Woman?
Yeah, that was the Rogue Squadron movie.
And wasn't that supposed to be kind of like a Top Gun in a galaxy far, far away? That was that little tease she gave us.
That's what it kind of was as.
That's how it was billed, and it took too long, and then Maverick came out, and
You don't think this is anything to do with that? This is going to be totally different, not like a Top Gun in a galaxy far, far away?
Maybe to a point, but I've heard a few things, but of course, until we see like a trailer, I don't really want to.
But like,
speculate yet.
they're not the same. Like it was totally different.
Yeah, it's from what I've heard. It's totally original story.
I'm watching.
They just both happen to involve X-wings.
Yeah, I guess most of them do, so I can't really fault them there. I want to see X-wings. Like some people, I guess people aren't really like. What was it? People were like, we want more lightsaber fights, and then we got the Acolyte, and people were like, oh, this sucks. Yeah.
So there's Kevin David. Everything doesn't need to be serious with Star Wars. Great point. Totally agree.
You know, I like to say that Andor was a primetime drama set in a galaxy far, far away. I would love to see the Curb Your Enthusiasm set in a galaxy far, far away. I think that would be great. We need to start making some meetings with the Curb Your Enthusiasm music in Star Wars moments.
Yeah.
Mando seeing the small ship. That's it right there.
Yeah, it's funny. A friend of mine texted me this morning. He just saw it last night, and he says, "Okay, that was a lot of fun. Remember when Star Wars was fun?" Yeah. So
yeah,
you know, that's exactly. It doesn't need to be serious with Star Wars. You know, it doesn't always have to be this like deep political statement. It can just be a popcorn flick or something fun.
Absolutely.
Because I think if you go serious and you miss the mark, that's where people didn't like the sequels. And also that's where people didn't like the prequels, because it was just like everything that was happening. Oh, it's who wants to watch
space
something
taxation,
about the Senate and embargoes and who would stop all of that and tax them?
Trade routes.
Yeah. So it was the thing that it was the sequels were serious enough, but didn't go in a direction that people liked. So they were like, I reject that. But then you take Andor or even its predecessor, Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were serious in the right direction, and everyone was able to get behind that. So when you do funny, it's easy. Not to say that, you can just do that, but again, going back to the Skeleton Crew and going back to Mando and Grogu, you kept a nice light element to it. You kept it where it was fun, and it worked out well. And as much as I did like the Acolyte,
yes,
loved it.
Yeah, it didn't go in a direction. It was too serious in a sense that people didn't like that path.
Yeah.
Now it's in the top 10 of being rewatched on Disney Plus right now. So
Acolyte,
and even
I'll stand by that.
And Revenge of the Sith has jumped into the top 10 recently too, which is nice to see. No, I enjoyed the Acolyte. It wasn't like as bad as like people were claiming. I thought it was a little too choppy at times, where like the story they weren't sure where they were going to go, so they were going to do flashbacks at bad time. But that's a whole other podcast. That'd be a good discussion though, because I know a lot of people.
What's your least favorite Star Wars?
But I know, like, me and Alex saw the first 2 episodes on the big screen and really enjoyed what we saw. And I loved where they're going with Khmer and the Stranger. But I think some of the other storylines kind of. I didn't like the head Jedi lady, that they're like a 3rd-tier Jedi cops.
They were the keepers of the peace throughout the galaxy.
Yeah.
As good old Obi said.
Yeah.
So,
maybe I was waiting for her to use her whip lightsaber a lot more.
Yeah.
Tell me why we had to see Tommen from Game of Thrones kill himself twice.
Yeah, good point.
Another podcast, right?
Yeah.
Join us next week when we talk about our least favorite. No.
But I hope that the big question is Mando Grogu going to be considered a success? I think it is. No matter what the overall dollars say, but it's been doing really good. Not the greatest, but still better than they were projecting. But I just hope that this opens up for the Filoni Mandoverse culmination movie, which is still in the works. He was just focused on Ahsoka season 2. And that's where I think that's the story where we could get the big Star Wars, especially like Thrawn and the Rebels characters and Ahsoka and Rada fighting in the U-wing.
I have a question for all, if I could ask, if it's okay, real quick. You just brought up regarding what they were projecting it would make, and I just want to know, did anyone else find it very weird? And maybe it's just because I'm a Star Wars fan who enjoys all Star Wars. I don't know, but did any of you find it weird too how heavy media outlets were just pushing before Mando even came out of how big of a fail it was going to be? I don't know if you guys caught that, but it was constant negative, projected to be the lowest lowest grossing Star Wars movie ever. It was just constant, weeks before the movie even came out.
I was interested to what you were saying because they said if this movie didn't do well, it could spell, different future for Star Wars as we know it in the theaters and stuff. And I was wondering what the expectation was because I think, is what we're talking about. It's success right now. But to what you're saying, I was very interested to see if those same people who were saying if it wasn't successful, what it could do, whether or not it met the mark of successful and what that is. It's not $1 billion movie, right? That's not expected.
Yeah.
Are all the others, off top, what the other, the millions of box office, what we're looking at?
They were the lower billion. I know even Force Awakens was in the top 10, and Last Jedi as well. But this is not that scale of Star Wars movie for sure. But even with that, they were doing the hate rate, what we call but because it was kind of like Michael, the critics reviews were very low, but then the audience scores were almost through the roof.
It's all about the audience.
Yeah. Real quick, we got a comment, very cool comment from Starfall 23. Hello, do you and your friends think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Raven? And if you could watch Maul, Shadowlord, which loved it, do you think that the pink Twi'lek Devin will become Darth Talon? I'll start. I know that's been a popular fan casting for Raven, and I'm for it. I think he'd be pretty good. I'm a big Keanu Reeves fan, so
I think that's where they're leading as far as Maul with Devin. I feel like that's where they're leading. And if it isn't specifically Darth Talon, then a spin-off, a version of that type of character. But I feel like that's where we're going to lead. I don't think Keanu would, by the way. And I love Keanu Reeves. No hate to Keanu. I just don't see him in that role. I think there's somebody better out there who could fit that role. But that's just me.
That's fair. Anybody else?
I do think that Devin is on her way to become Talon, because Dave went ahead and was kind of following a little bit of George Lucas's original pitch for the sequels. And I think he's picking up those storylines and continuing them where he can. And one of them is going to be watching her turn pink to red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he did with Thrawn in Rebels,
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm definitely hope that's what happens and we get more. God, Maul was so good. That's such a great show.
But it was interesting how Maul was picked up for a second season before it even premiered. Well, going back to the Acolyte, it was just like, oh yeah, we're just not going to make any more after this kind of reaction. Some of these shows need a running start.
Yeah.
And 10 episodes is not enough of a running start. If you had watched just the last 3 episodes of The Acolyte, you would have been like, I want this series.
Yeah, I feel like The Acolyte was just starting to get good as it ended.
Yes.
And a lot of shows need to find their footing with that first season. And I think that, yeah, like you were saying, The Acolyte did seem a little bit choppy to begin with. But towards the last few episodes, it's like, okay, now it's good. And then all of a sudden, and now it's over.
And I'm excited
I've
for
seen
Maul
worse shows
because
get
it
multiple
gets
seasons.
that second part. Yeah, it gets that second season. So it's like, oh, well, that was just the beginning of the story. There's more coming. Opposed to, hey, we better wrap up the Book of Boba Fett now because we don't know if we're coming back or what.
That's the tricky thing with streaming compared to like network, because if you guys remember, sticking with Star Wars, even like Clone Wars had a slow start. Rebels had a slow start. But it's that on network, the stations or channels are trying to they'll give shows time because they're getting the ad space, and that's how they make their money. But with streaming, it's all about the subscriptions, not necessarily about the viewership. Even though now they're saying, "Oh, this is the highest viewed show. The Acolyte's in the top 10 on Disney Plus now," and so I think it's just funny how like some shows don't get a chance.
But I hope that Lucasfilm is communicating to Disney that what a moneymaker each one of these movies and series are, because people are going to be buying it in its different forms. I mean, Joey, you might have it available for streaming, but it's like, no, I want my extras. I want my director's commentary. I'm going to have to buy this in this format. Whoop, we went to a new format. All right, I got to buy that. I don't know how many times I've bought the Joshua Tree by U2 album. Literally going back to like 1987. I think I've bought it in every possible form that it's been around. And, for the same, I've got my Star Wars VHSs sitting around.
DVDs, Blu-rays.
DVDs,
digital
and
copies.
Blu-ray, and then, ultra high Blu-ray, and then holographic. I mean, whatever is coming in the future. So it's like, we can make a series that you don't like, but, we're going to be selling this for the next 75 years.
Because people do like
all
it.
Of its different formats. Yeah. So
I've been saying for years. And I've been saying for years, like, people like, oh, I don't like that. It's not my Star Wars. Well, then watch your Star Wars. Don't crap on people that like what they like. So
play with your old figures and long for your old crossover merchandise branding with Pepsi machines, But for now, I'll enjoy my Burger King, my vanilla wafers, my new Legos. Because, like you're saying, we want it all. Keep giving us the stuff.
No, absolutely. And I got to step out of the way real quick because I got to show something.
No, it's fine. I want more stuff. I was actually disappointed with how little mall stuff I saw at Disneyland on my recent visit. I had to go on Shop Disney, and they had like 5 mall items.
Well, some of those items sold out so quickly. As Nadia goes to get a particular example,
I just got them today.
On May the 4th. We can actually hear you, Nadia.
Right.
So, some of these items were so popular, they sold out before they even were able to hit the park. And, that's... Nadia, we can hear you. You can talk.
I just got these today, actually.
Hey.
Ready?
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, those are nice.
I
And
never saw
I'm
those
not
in the stores.
earwear,
Wait,
and those were very nice. I loved those. Those are really, really nice.
Sold out online in minutes.
Goodness.
And
I bet.
if they ever did make it to the park, kind of like some of those early Padme ones, they sold out too.
Those
So before people could even get there.
Isn't there an Endor one right now as well?
Where am I?
With the baseball
there's
jersey and
the green one.
Just these. I still keep them in the plastic.
So
everybody's like show and tell.
There we go.
Those are worth
nice.
$700. I have those too.
Get out. 700?
Yeah. Those are some of the highest fetching pairs of ears ever.
What?
God.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel very
want to find pop up, everybody. Next
I feel
and
like
because
I
I follow you around the park wearing that. Yeah.
But yeah, I got those as well. I love those ones.
Nice.
Yeah,
And because I follow Galaxy's Edge Explorers, I knew to go to Walmart to grab this awesome Zeb figure for Alex. Sorry, I got that.
I don't care if it's the kids version. Give me 4. I am over 4.
Everybody's doing show and tell now. Steve, have you guys seen the Rada the Hutt version of that?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so the Action Verse is actually making a
here you
a 3 set of Rada, Mando, and Grogu all fighting in the arena. You got to bring your own Dejeric action figures, but it's pretty incredible. Here, Nadia's trying to bring up a picture of it while we wait for that. This is was also a Walmart exclusive, and after seeing the film, I'm like, you know what? We're not going to see this in vintage scale anytime soon.
No.
So thought I would pick that up. But here is Rada as he's appearing in the Actionverse line, which
I'm
is
so
nice.
getting him.
Which is kind of He-Man-ish.
I'm a Black Series collector, but that Action Verse, I mean, they're just fun. They're well detailed. They're still articulate, and they're $10.
I'll be looking to get that Zeb signed at Star Wars Celebration for sure.
One more question.
There's a vintage Zeb coming out.
Yeah. Vintage and Black Series. Yeah.
Well, one of them's coming out of the box. I need one.
You'll be like Bobby Moynihan. I buy one to keep in the package, one to save in the package, and another one just because. So Starfall 23 has another question. I've heard that Abloth, I always mispronounce this, might be coming to Ahsoka season 2, and Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme and Abeloth, and will take Padme's form to deceive Anakin. So that's in the Mortis arc. That's the mother that was never seen, but
I heard the same thing.
So we'll find out. Early next year. I'm all for Natalie Portman returning to Star Wars. And
if they invite us to see it in theaters, and by invite us, I just mean the royal we, the general public, because the Disney Universe podcast does not get invited to shit like that yet.
Same.
But if they give us the opportunity to see Ahsoka in theaters, I will bet that is probably something we may see, and that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But yes, to get back to the Mandalorian and Grogu of it all, our action figures, I guess just trying to kind of round it up. I know with Joe, he's kind of my music score guru, and I think we'd be remiss if we didn't spend a little time talking about the score, because we did have a bit of a nitpick, but I think overall we all have great things to say about Ludwig Göransson's work on The Mandalorian. I believe a few other of the Filoni-verse, or no? He did Book of Boba Fett, right?
That was one of his friends,
right?
Joseph Shirley.
Yeah. I think they collabed on the Boba Fett theme, though. Like the
So he did the main theme, and then kind of produced the rest of it. And I think the same with season 3.
And he didn't do Ahsoka either, right?
No, that was Kevin Kiner. Which, I mean, if you guys listen to the Mall soundtrack, Shadow Lord, I mean, anything Kiner does.
I mean, Kiner's be all over.
Yeah. And we're talking about the Shikari theme, but I mean, last summer it was the Niamos was the track of the summer. Where do you put that and Shikari together?
I'll take Niamos over Shikari. But I will tell you, Shikari, I feel like it's just waiting for someone to put down bars. Like that's a rap beat if I ever heard one. Or dance beat, whatever. But I would love to hear some lyrics. It doesn't need lyrics. Don't get me wrong. I love the piece. Niamos, the lyrics are Mon Mothma's dance, man. You can feel everything that's going on in that when you hear that sound because you know the crash out that's going on, the embracing of the chaos that's gonna,
and the husband just like raising the roof.
Yeah. Did you have other selections?
Yeah, but I was gonna if somebody else had me first, I don't want to like.
Or Joe says them all.
I just like the Rada's theme, I guess you call it.
Rada's theme is getting love online as well.
I love Rada's theme and the whole like pit fight, but other than Shikari, I love Hugo Durant's Snack Shack. It's a little like country and western version of the Mando theme that you could barely hear in the movie, but I love that theme. It's so fun. I think I even shared it on like Instagram. Like, if you haven't seen the movie yet, listen to this. You're welcome. And I love the whole Hugo Durant, voiced by Scorsese, who everybody. Well, I'm assuming everybody knows that Jon Favreau was Rio Durant in Solo. So the fact that Hugo, which was also a probably a reference to Scorsese's first like family movie, Hugo, was kind of that's what he was named after, and is a relative somewhere with Rio. So I think that was pretty cool.
I watched Screen Rant, and they talked about it potentially being a father. I mean, timeline between Solo and this is maybe 10 years or 15.
10 Solo was before, so maybe like closer to 20, maybe 25.
Even then, they make the point that maybe his reluctance to deal with the underworld has something to do with his son, being gone because of his dark feelings.
Being a thief.
So, yeah, I kind of love that affected my head canon seeing that. And that was a cool Easter egg, just connection. And the Star Wars verse.
So I can totally just talk with all you guys for hours about Star Wars, but for the sake of being on a stream, I think we should probably wind down, but maybe like final thoughts. I'll start with one real quick, and I know it's kind of weird seeing opening credits in a Star Wars film, but I love that after Pedro and Jason Allen White were the top build, Brendan Wayne and like Lateef Crowder were like so highly built because it's more than well deserved. Especially, I was waiting to do a joke post like, oh man, Brendan Wayne and Lateef really came to play in the movie. Then they either their names in the early parts of the credits, which I was so excited to see that. So,
that was really cool.
Just a big fan of both those guys. And I always joke around that Pedro, he's a good actor, but he's like the guy on a group project that just kind of phones it in and gets all the credit at the end. So, but he kicked ass. He was unmasked in his movie, so
he was on set at some point. Probably not the majority.
In costume. He was in the cold pool. So. But no, I was cool to see that. But any final thoughts on the film from you guys? Or I'll start with Alex.
Nadia, any final thoughts?
Or you guys.
I mean, I don't know. I just think I would love to see more stuff like this on the big screen. Just fun, adventurous. Just good Star Wars.
Yeah. You mean go to the theater and just like escape for a couple hours with something fun?
Exactly.
Weird.
Exactly.
To that end, I think the reason why it had been 7 years since we had a Star Wars was because they felt there was a little overpollution with us kind of having Star Wars so frequently. I don't know. I think if it was all great, and we think it's all great. So how much Star Wars? Like, do you think we should have a Star Wars movie every year? Do you think that having it spaced out makes us appreciate it more? Where are you with that, Nadia?
I'd be okay with a Star Wars movie every year, honestly. I'm not somebody that goes to the movies very often. I think this past year was probably I've been to the most movies in a long time, and that was 2. But I'm okay with there being one Star Wars movie a year. Why not?
Well, I think Lucasfilm with Disney is still trying to figure out what they're doing, because they're like, we're going to do a movie every year. And they had the movie Boba Fett planned. They had the movie Obi-Wan planned. And it's like, oh, wait, hang on. We had trouble with the sequels. Let's shift these to our streaming service. Let's stretch out a plot that maybe served better as 2 hours. Let's stretch that into 10 hours. And now they're noticing they're not having the success they had with the series. And it's like, well, let's try the movies again. Let's put this in. So they're zigzagging back and forth, and it's going to be interesting for them to eventually figure out what it's going to be. But I do hope the fan vote winning over Mando and Grogu. People liked the film. Forget what the critics said. The fans liked it. It's very much appreciated, and it's like, okay, well, Disney look at that and say, all right, let's greenlight another fun film. Let's greenlight another lighter adventure. We'll have to see.
And if you want to do a trilogy, hey, why don't we get one cohesive story in the trilogy instead of having? I mean, like I said, I enjoy the sequel trilogy, but you got Abrams, who's a director writer, then Ryan Johnson, who's a director writer, then talk and get a little. But like I said, I still enjoyed them. I know a lot of people didn't like the non-cohesiveness of the stories, but no, I totally agree.
Bobby, kind of interrupted between Nadia and you, and if you guys have any other final thoughts, I want to get to them. I just thought that was a question I wanted to ask about how much we wanted to see Star Wars movies going forward.
Yeah.
Marlena?
As in regards to do we want to see more Star Wars like that?
No, just your final thoughts on Mandalorian and Grogu.
No, final thoughts. I'm totally for it. I loved Mando and Grogu. Star Wars fans and non-Star Wars fans alike, I think we'll have a good time watching it. I am just super psyched to have, been able to watch a Star Wars movie in theaters again. And I can't wait for more. I can't wait for more. I'm so excited. It was a good fun watch. And again, if I don't take it too serious, just go in and expect to have a good fun watch, and you'll be fine. It was really good to see Star Wars on screen.
Yeah, and I know Alex mentioned we saw half the movie because of thunderstorm, but everybody that hadn't seen it before seemed like they were enjoying it a lot before it got cut out because there's interactions everywhere.
So what exactly happened, if I could ask real quick? The thunderstorm knocked out the power to the movie theater?
Yeah, we had a freak, maybe hour-long thunderstorm. And yeah, the whole theater lost power, and they were busy trying to reboot everything. And I think we sat there probably close to 30 minutes waiting. And at that point, we kind of realized that to keep your schedule, if you do get it back going, you got to kind of start where you're at. So we weren't going to get to finish. So they were just handing out rain checks to people. Plus, it was value day, so we spent $6.75 on our tickets, but our rain check ticket is good for up to $29.99. So we can do XD, 3D, 4DX, all that. And best believe we're gonna.
I've had 2 experiences, Force Awakens and Last Jedi, back to back, where it was an incident, where the movie gets cut off.
That was my first time. Never happened.
Yeah, so I was happy, that we didn't have, the first Star Wars movie in 7 years. We went to the same theater this happened at, and we were good. We were in the clear. So that's crazy.
Nice. And Jen, side note, I love the music in the movie. Yeah, we were just glazing over it. It's so cool.
Music was awesome.
Can we imagine and have some space for those people? Could you imagine if you had seen right up to when Mando and Grogu say goodbye to Rada the Hutt? And then that's it. You're still in life, not knowing what happens in the movie.
Then we hear the.
I would have called in sick to work the next day. Best believe. I feel so bad for my dad and mom. And dad and mom, you'll see this after you see the movie. I'm sorry it took so long. I would have told you to just go see it by yourself, honestly.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine hanging on that right now.
And then we heard the Imbo scene like 5 times because they kept repeating it or rewinding it, but it was just the audio.
Like I said, me and Joe were going to act it out with the audio.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see it again. I'm taking, like I said, I'm taking my dad, which Marlena, Bob, you guys talk about community and family. My parents took me to see Return of the Jedi. Well, I saw technically Empire Strikes Back, but I was still too young to remember. I was probably crying in the lobby. But I remember seeing Return of the Jedi with my dad and my parents, I think, the original. But I took my dad to see the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary. And he loves The Mandalorian, so I'm really excited to have him see the movie. And that's like, it's almost like that whole, the line, the parent protects the kid. And then the kid protects the parent, or
the old protect the young protect the old.
Yeah, so it's like that the old will show the young Star Wars, and then the young will show the old Star Wars, in a way.
That's awesome.
But like I said, we could talk for hours. We love Star Wars, and I always say on the Mandalorian podcast that I'm the unapologetic Star Wars fan. So I know I'm in good company here, but I think we're going to wind this down. I just want to ask. I know everybody's got something going on. Oh, go ahead.
I got to wrap mine up too.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And wrap it all up. So I will kick it back to you. But I think this has been a great talk, not just about the Mandalorian and Grogu because we enjoyed this movie so much, but about Star Wars. Yes, we talked about Wemby, who's looking like he's about to go to the finals. So shout out to them for vanquishing the Thunder. There's a minute 51 left in the game, so this could look bad in the future. But I'm so excited because there's so much Star Wars that's going to happen between now, or at least information about Star Wars, between now and a year from right now. Because we have D23, we've got Ahsoka Season 2, we've got Starfighter, and we've got Star Wars Celebration. So all the things we talked about, what we love, the shows. I mean, there was at one point I wanted to go on a tangent asking about what was more likely, Solo 2 or Acolyte 2. But all this just to say, I hope that all of our guests here can come back 1 year from now when we wrap up Star Wars Month 2027. After having done Celebration and seeing Starfighter, maybe we'll be wrapping Starfighter. That could be fun. But I'd be very interested to run this back and talk with you guys and hopefully some other friends about what's going on in a galaxy far, far away today. Yeah.
And we also have this weird, I don't know if you guys heard about this movie, but it was originally called just Star Wars, and it'll be out in the theaters in February for its 50th anniversary. Little thing coming out next. So we got 2 Star Wars movies next year on the big screen, which is...
And not a movie, but it'd also be cool that the Lucasfilm Narrative Art Museum is opening up this year.
Yes, September 26th, I believe. So,
and shout out R.I.P. Marshall Lucas.
Yes.
Yes.
Very sad. Totally forgot. Thanks, Alex.
Star Wars, really.
It wouldn't be what we know without her. So George gets all the credit. But props, much respect, and rest in power to Marshall Lucas, who left us recently.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. So, I know somebody somewhere in this screen has recently restarted a new podcast. So, you guys want to share what you guys have been doing, Bobby and Nadia?
We have things to say, and we thought we would finally have a way to go ahead and do it. So the Galaxy Edge Explorers podcast, just simple name to it, there is now available on YouTube. You can find it at youtube.com/at Galaxy Edge Explorers. And next time we're going to choose a shorter name for typing, because that and a .com and everything, that is, I apologize. We really should have had a much shorter name.
But yeah,
I
our
totally
first
understand.
episode talks about Mando movie and then the newly updated Smuggler's Run attraction at Disneyland. So,
Have you guys written all the possible outcomes?
yeah.
Yeah, we've written all 3 of the planets. Yeah.
And is the line pretty crazy, or did it, taper off quick?
No, it was fine. Like on opening day, it was not very, like, the waits were like, we practically walked on like once, and so we went twice on opening day, and
then 3 times another day. But Disneyland, we're talking about, that did seem to have a lot of light traffic for that. But there's currently on YouTube a 20-minute special about the making of the attractions version 2, and the crowd that was waiting at the Hollywood Studios, Disney.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah,
that was absolutely mad.
Yes.
But here was nothing.
Yeah, people were like, it's just, there's a Mando,
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm really excited for you guys. Like we've told you before, and when we had you on a couple weeks ago, it's like you're definitely like our go-to for anything Galaxy's Edge related, and we love sharing your reels. Love that we're friends now, and then looking forward to the future of the podcast. So.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Marlena, I know you just had a very cool, successful pop-up, Disney pop-up, which but also a lot of Star Wars into there. So any chance there's gonna be more in the future?
Oh yeah. I'm planning my next one. I'm aiming for a July date. I've got a date in mind, but I'm waiting to kind of solidify some details with the venue before, I don't want to announce it, and
She told me a little bit already. It's cool.
Yeah, no, Joey's in the know. Things are looking promising, so fingers crossed. So by July, I'll hopefully have my second Disney pop-up. So yeah.
Nice. Well, we'd love to be a part, and I told you, and I didn't have to tell Alex yet, but I apologize that I forgot to bring this to you today. But I'll get it to you as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So Alex grabbed this for her on his recent trip. So.
Yes, thank you again, Alex. I cannot wait. I can't tell you. Oh my!
And he got me my DJ Rex Tiki mug. So awesome.
Nice.
So we're going to wrap this up, but we've been teasing kind of all month too that we have a big announcement on something that we're planning, and so we're going to announce it first here. And let me find a little something real quick. Or since we got one viewer right now, so you get to hear it, but everybody will find out tomorrow. I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts. It's my Funko Pop Star Wars Rebels shirt. And I've been brainstorming this little thing. So coming this October 3rd, which is also for Alex's birthday, which is a Saturday, we will be doing a special meetup called Rebels Day at Disneyland. Very excited. There'll be more details soon. Here's a tease of the poster that, that kind of threw together. So very excited, and even more excited is we've assembled, I think, the dream team to help out this meetup. So surprise, surprise, Bobby and Nadia are part of the team for planning this event, as well as our good friends Richard and Sarah from Skywalking Through Neverland. So there will be some more details coming out shortly. But yeah, we're doing it this October 3rd at Disneyland, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So, and for a short reason, first of all, like I said, I'm a big fan of Rebels, and I think we were talking about it on the last live, but you guys want to do another meetup, and that we have Life Day, Ahsoka Day, you guys are doing Droids Day coming up real soon, and there's a couple other
June 7th.
meetups. Yeah, and we'll keep sharing that. So I'm like, well, I've been thinking about this, but Star Wars Rebels was the first, if you don't know, the first Disney released Star Wars property. And so I thought that's kind of a big thing, and why not do it at the first Disney park at Disneyland, especially Galaxy's Edge. And it's a good bridge to all different eras of Star Wars, from the original trilogy, prequel trilogy, sequel trilogy, and then of course Mandalorian and Ahsoka live action. So why not? But more details on that shortly. But yeah, follow us on Instagram, and we will give all the deets. So one more question for Jen. I went to see the movie with my son. We needed a mother's afternoon. Nothing better than Star Wars.
Yep. It's awesome.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. But I hope everybody had a great Star Wars month. I know we did. Thank you guys for joining us this evening, Marlena and Bobby and Nadia. And
thank you for having us back.
Oh, absolutely.
As well. Thank you. It's been a blast.
And any last words, Alex? Or
everybody, go watch Revenge of the Sith in honor of Wemby. Go watch Revenge of the Sith tonight.
Did they win?
Champions, yes.
Nice.
Which is tough because I wanted to root for the Knicks, and now I like both the teams in the finals. So let's go offense.
Yeah, nice. Well, thank you guys for watching. Let us know if you rewatch this. So what you thought on The Mandalorian. Happy Star Wars month. We'll see you guys next year, but we'll be doing Star Wars stuff throughout, because that's what we do. We love Star Wars. So, but once again, for the last time in May, may the Force be with you.
Yep.